Welcome back to K-Astrology, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Kaylin, and today I'm going to be doing your February 2021 horoscope. I also do monthly tarot predictions for all 12 zodiac signs, along with pick a card readings. If you'd like to see more content from me, please subscribe to K-Astrology. Now, I'm going to leave timestamps in the description box below, so please feel free to jump straight to your sign. For those of you who are sticking around, I'm going to quickly run through your sun, moon, and rising sign horoscopes and how they differ, okay? Your rising sign, otherwise known as your ascendant sign, will always be the most overall accurate horoscope for you. It does not matter how much you identify with that rising sign, okay? You could be an Aries rising, but you're a Cancer sun and you feel more like a Cancer. That's fine. The Aries rising horoscope will be the most accurate for you. Now, with your sun horoscope, this will pertain to your conscious will and your career and any goals and ambitions that you have. Your moon sign will be in relation to, your moon sign horoscope will be in relation to all relationships in your life, your emotional state, and your living circumstances. As I said, the rising sign will be the most accurate and will encompass all of those aforementioned things. Anyway, guys, thanks for sticking around for this intro. You can now head to your timestamp in the description box below. Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Risings. Welcome to your February 2021 horoscope. Your ruling planet Mercury will be retrograde from the 31st of January through to the 21st of February. Now, whenever Mercury is retrograde, we start rethinking, reevaluating, and in some case redoing whatever the house denotes. So for the 6th house, this is in relation to work and health and any kind of daily habit or even your exercise regime. So with Mercury retrograde here, let's focus on work first. For some of you, you may have to redo a work project, all right? Something that you've already done and you thought you'd washed your hands clean of can fall back into your lap and you have to go back and tweak projects on a different level. Meetings can be cancelled, delayed, and rescheduled entirely. And for some of you, you can have miscommunications with your boss or for anyone who's a subordinate. So anyone who works under you or beneath you. I don't really like using those terms, but if you're a manager, the individuals who work for you, you may have some kind of miscommunication with them, whether that is them being upset about something, or perhaps you had already told them to do something and they did it the incorrect way, and then you've got to go back in and give them instructions all over again. Now, on a different level, the 6th house in relation to work could see you having to reschedule doctor's appointments or cancel them, or they could actually be rescheduled or cancelled and you were expecting to go to this appointment on one day and then you get a call out of the blue, sorry, you know, there's been an emergency or whatever, your appointment's been cancelled. So just keep that in mind, especially if you are trying to plan your whole day around this appointment. You may have an appointment at 9 a.m. but then the doctor doesn't see you until 12 o'clock. So, you know, that's something that you should take into consideration when booking all appointments. That's not just with your doctor, that's any important meeting or conference or even anything to do with court cases as well. So documents and paperwork can be delayed, whether that's results from your doctor, whether that's paperwork from your boss or work that's being submitted by people who work for you. If you are currently involved in a court case, your hearing could be delayed significantly or even rescheduled altogether. Now, Mercury retrogrades will often bring about things which we thought were done and dusted. Okay, so for some of you, you could actually see a work opportunity which had come around once or twice before suddenly be knocking on your front door, and you could just be taken by surprise that this boss wants to employ you again, or perhaps you interviewed for something and you didn't get the job and you thought that that was done and dusted, and then you're getting a call up out of the blue. Sorry, you know, the first candidate can't commit anymore. Do you want this opportunity? So just bear in mind that those opportunities could come back up, but also given that the 6th house is related to health, a pre-existing health issue could suddenly flare up, or something which you thought was dormant could suddenly crop up for you. Okay, so in some way, shape or form, you have to deal with the situation again. Now, on the 2nd of February, Venus will enter Aquarius, and this will be in your 6th house. So you will receive support in relation to matters of health and work. It could actually be from a sister or female friends, or feminine friends, they don't have to be female. Or you could even find a way to actually enjoy taking care of your health or enjoy your work environment. Now, on the 12th of February, there will be a new moon in Aquarius in your 6th house, and this is at 23 degrees. With the new moon here, we will always have a new beginning or chapter take seed within 4 weeks. Okay, so you could actually be looking at getting a new pet, starting a new diet, or even just changing your attitude to your health altogether. And that's formed with the Mercury in retrograde, but now you're taking action on it with the new moon in Aquarius. So some of you might decide that you want to become a vegetarian, or you want to become vegan, or cut gluten out of your diet. It could be related to health. Some of you could actually see a new boss enter the scene. And Virgo, I just want to make a note that with new moons, we put the seeds down within that first month or within the first 4 weeks, but then we can see the culmination of this take place either 6 months from now, or even 18 months from now, at the full moon in Aquarius. Okay, so the full moon in Aquarius will be 6 months later, but it might be the full moon in Aquarius for 2022. Having said that, we have a lot of planets in Aquarius at the moment, so you might even see these new beginnings happen a little bit earlier. And given that the 6th house rules work, you could actually be getting a new job and changing your work environment as a whole. So that's really exciting for a lot of Virgos, and that's certainly the theme for February. Now, moving along, on the 18th of February, we will see the biggest astrological transit for 2021 as a whole, and that is Saturn square Uranus. Now, this transit will actually occur 3 times this year. The first obviously being on the 18th of February. The second time this transit will hit will be on the 15th of June. And the third time will be on the 24th of December on Christmas Eve. So this square is occurring between Saturn in Aquarius in your 6th house and Uranus in Taurus in your 9th house. Now, this can play out in several different ways. Just remember that this is a general reading, so some of these may apply to your situation, some of them may not. Now, you may actually be leaving your workplace, your current workplace, and that's because it's been holding you back from any one of the following, or more. It doesn't have to be just one. Travel opportunities, study, okay, wanting to pursue an area of study and higher learning. You could be leaving your workplace because you have realized that it's actually not in alignment with your belief system, and it's certainly not in alignment with your big dreams and for the vision that you have for your future and for your life. And on a different level, this may not be in alignment with your religious or spiritual beliefs, okay, or philosophical beliefs. You know, the job that you're doing could just, you know, it's just not gelling, and your ethical code is not allowing you to remain in this job any longer because you know that it's not going to be serving your future, because the 9th house is really about your future. Now, Saturn as a planet is concerned with structure and building solid foundations, whereas Uranus is a planet of sudden change, swift upheaval, and anything which is new and modern in nature. Having said all of that, we also need to consider that Mars is very close to Uranus in Taurus, and these two planets together want to take action and do something new. On the other side of the coin, Saturn in Aquarius is together with Jupiter, Venus, the Sun, and Mercury, all in Aquarius. So it's really like this fight between your daily life, okay, which is the 6th house, and your 9th house, which is, as I said, your vision for the future. So for some of you, you could be making big changes in your work environment so it can support your desire to travel more or to study. And that doesn't have to be leaving your workplace. It could be lessening your responsibilities. It could be demotivating, taking a demotion, okay? You could be stepping down from a position of leadership and authority because it's just not allowing you to pursue the things that you want to incorporate into your life. Now, on a totally different level, you could change your entire career to pursue a career in one of those aforementioned fields. So maybe you're leaving your day job so that you can be a tour guide, so that you can work in the travel industry, so that you can pursue further studies or become a teacher or become a professor. Some of you may actually want to leave your current workplace so that you can go and become a pastor or involve yourself more in your religious responsibilities or become a religious leader or even a spiritual guru. Okay, this can play out in so many different ways. The one thing to bear in mind, Virgo, is that whatever changes that you are making, they will be very sudden in nature and very shocking. Okay, so this might actually be something which you've been planning and then you take action in relation to, as I said, travel, study, and your belief system. And then this is shocking for your boss, right? Because the 6th house rules your boss and it also rules people that work for you. So this could come really out of left field for them and they could be left reeling from this decision. But you know deep down that this is what you are meant to be doing, that this is your calling, and that you aren't going to sacrifice your needs any longer. On a different level, some of you could actually just be leaving your work, not to actually go and work somewhere else, but just to travel. Maybe you want to take a year off or a few years, okay? You simply want to have more freedom to expand your horizons as a whole. And lastly, this could actually see you, actually not lastly, I'm going to make 2 more points. This could see you leaving your job so that you can live abroad. You want to relocate overseas, somewhere else entirely, and as a result you have to sacrifice your working situation. Lastly, traveling and educating yourself, or some course that you have done, could be having a dramatic effect on your health and well-being. Maybe you've come around to a new way of living, or you've experienced something via travel or witnessing how other cultures do things, and now you're changing your whole diet, your exercise regime, even your approach to work. And if you've been stuck in like a negative mindset, these experiences can really like shock it out of your system. And some of you may actually have to change your diet and your health regime so that it can support your ability to travel or to study more, okay? Maybe you have been quite unwell, you've had some chronic issues, but you want to travel now and you're like, no, I'm going to work so hard on myself to support these changes. Now, also on the 18th of January, we will see Pisces season commencing once the sun enters the sign of Pisces. So with Pisces in your 7th house of relationships, you can be focusing on your one-on-one relationships of all kinds, whether that's with your significant other, your spouse, your business partner, even close one-on-one friendships, or one-on-one clients if you're in a consulting professional career. On a totally different level, your significant other can receive an award of some sort or simply be in the spotlight for some area of their life. It doesn't have to be in relation to work. It could just be that, you know, they are really happy and they're just glowing, and it's having like a physical effect on their appearance, and people are commenting on, you know, how healthy they seem and how happy they seem. Now, on the 21st of February, Mercury will finally be direct in your 6th house. Okay, so your deadlines can finally simmer down, right, and stay concrete. And the point here is that the goalposts aren't shifting anymore. Your meetings will be back to normal. You're not seeing these cancellations and these rescheduling of meetings take place every other day. And also, if you're expecting important documents from court cases that you're currently involved in, or results from a doctor or a specialist, or even things for a work project that you're involved in, these documents can finally be returned to you. Something to bear in mind is that Mercury will be, Mercury retrograde always sees a 2-week post-shadow period. So despite the fact that it will turn direct on the 21st of February, just give it until, let's say, the end of the first week of March until you can expect things, okay? So the documents or the paperwork, and, you know, if you are scheduling really important client meetings and you don't want them to be rescheduled, just make them fall after the first week of March. On the 26th of February, Venus will enter Pisces, which will be in your 7th house. Wherever Venus goes, we can enjoy the area of life that it lights up. And with your partnerships, you'll be enjoying your relationship. Business deals will go well. Meetings with one-on-one clients will go well, and you'll start getting along better with your business partner if you have one, and certainly you'll be getting along better with your spouse or with your significant other. Lastly, Virgos, we will see a full moon in Virgo in your sign on the 27th of February, and this will be in your 1st house, of course, and at 8 degrees. So with a full moon being in your sign, you might actually achieve a goal which you may have started working on 6 months ago or even 18 months ago. For some of you, this could actually be a health goal. You might have been working really hard to lose some weight and you finally achieve your goal weight. On a totally different level, an opportunity will come to you now, and this can be from 6 months ago or 18 months ago, something that you initiated back then, and this can change the whole course of your life. Some of you will be closing a chapter in your life, and something will be coming full circle. This can be with work, this can be with your appearance, it can be with relationships. Given that it's in your sign, it's a full moon in Virgo, it can be the ending of a cycle in any capacity, which has a rather profound impact on you, Virgos. And for some of you, maybe you've just been putting in so much hard work into bettering yourself and progressing in areas of your life. And now that you have this full moon in Virgo, you actually see yourself for who you really are. And you give yourself a pat on the back and you're like, hey, you've worked hard, you've done a good job, you should enjoy yourself and treat yourself. Some of you Virgos will be indulging yourself on a big night out or some kind of luxury purchase, or just allowing yourself to actually have a bit of time off and relax now that you've seen the close of this chapter take place. Well, Virgo, that's all I have for you for February 2021. If you enjoyed this horoscope, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more content from me, please subscribe to K Astrology. I've already posted a tarot predictions video for all 12 zodiac signs. I'll leave a link for it on the end screen. And you guys enjoy your February 2021, and I'll see you guys in March.